you know, help work it in initially, and then, you know, you have to come back and do it again. That's another tip. Let's see, I'm trying to think.
Do you prefer to use a polisher, even that old paint that you're trying to save? Would you do polishing and waxing by hand?
I don't usually polish behind,
Even if it's old paint?
even if it's old paint. A lot of people out there who won't do that.
It was scary though when you get that, all that water right on your.
Yeah, yeah. It's a fear thing. It's a fear thing. And you know, I've worked with Chip Foose's guys and you know, this other paint correction guy out there in Cali, and once again, I've just been really lucky and fortunate to apprentice under some really good people, and I, you know, skip that fear factor, so to speak. So.
You're just saying it comes off.
And there are devices out there, if you want to spend the money on the device, that will measure the thickness of your paint. I have one, but I didn't dare ship it out here.
Can you do something about it?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. You're going to put some more layers on, you know. I do have some people get that technical with me.
Do you actually recommend one, or for paint depth?
For paint depth, if you are really nervous about going into it, you know, getting into it initially, sure. You know, there are some more cost-effective ones out there, you know, and then there's some, you know, like he was saying about the waxers, ridiculous ones that are more for us in the paint booth. But and I couldn't, without having my book here to look up, you know, thickness recommendations for you, I couldn't rattle off the top of my head what you should be in as far as when you should stop using something like that. Once again, it's kind of common sense.
Yeah.
You know, if a good indicator of if your paint is thin and you're just not getting it polished up, if it's just not coming up, that's a good indicator that things are thin, and things just aren't chemically there anymore. So that's kind of a visual indicator of you should just quit.
So
wax it.
So examples, let's say somebody's put a lot of swirl marks, and, you know, and what is steps that you go through? Like, I mean, I heard you say like you use less aggressive.
Yeah. So if you can bear with the noise for a second, I'll just demonstrate.
Yeah.
I don't have my random DA here, but it just basically.
Clarify a terminology question.
Uh-huh.
You're using the words waxing and polishing as two separate terms?
Yes.
Can you just clarify the difference so I'm clear?
Okay, so polishing is what I'm getting ready to do right here. And what the polishing does is it helps clean the paint, it helps remove oxidation, and it's what's going to bring back that shine for you. Waxing is going to help you moisturize the paint, protect the paint after you've polished it, and you know, if you don't wax after you polish, especially on an old paint like this, you could come back a week later and it look like you didn't do anything. Yeah, it seals it. Think of an M&M. This is the chocolate. The wax is your candy coating.
And you seal it over the wax again.
Yes, if you want to go, that far. And that will seal it for the next 2 to 5 years, depending on how crazy you get.
I see you don't use much. No.
No, I don't. But I do a lot of start and stop too. You'll also notice what Chip Foose's guys teased me about. You'll also notice I don't have a handle on the side. They called it a sissy handle when they taught me. And a sissy handle. Yeah. Here I am, a girl in the basement of the Peterson Museum in the vault, and they're like, "Ah, take that sissy handle off of there." Okay. But now that I've learned how to, I don't necessarily recommend this for you guys, but now that I've learned how to get rid of that handle, I actually have more control. And I run risk of damaging things less. In fact, the only thing I've really, unfortunately, damaged is big long 50s antennas that they wouldn't put down because they didn't work, which thankfully I knew how to rebuild, so saved my butt in that situation. And then, you know, the other thing you have to be careful about is your side mirrors. If your glass is loose, the vibrations of even your DA polisher could rattle that out onto the floor. So be mindful if you got things that are loose, you know, those vibrations can add to it. So yeah, another reason I take the handle off is I also usually have a silicone wetting band on, and it just keeps me from tearing up my hands. I've threatened to break my fingers a couple times with the handle, actually, trying to maneuver. So even being skilled and fearless. You're also going to notice that it's going to look like I polish right on the edge, but it's deceiving. I still come to the edge. I don't ever ride hard on the edge with any polish or DA. But you're going to find that I'm going to, as I demonstrate this, I'm going to come really close, and you're going to think I've crossed over. I haven't. So don't be
The edge
scared.
of your wheel,
Huh?
the edge of your wheel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've done it long enough and got taught to the edge, but I've got enough experience behind me, I guess, now that I scare people sometimes, though, because they see me come as, you know,
You don't
close.
You don't want to burn that corner, right?
Right, yes. Your edges will burn faster. Peaks will burn faster. Even in here will burn faster. Burn, so, cut through. Like cut through your primer, cut through your next layer. I'll have everybody come wander around a bit. I'll kind of point some of those things out.
Mariah, can I make sure I'm getting these steps right?
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
I think I have about 5 steps. You're going to clean,
Mm-hmm,
then you're going to wash, then you're going to clay,
mm-hmm,
now you're going to polish,
mm-hmm,
then you're going to wax,
mm-hmm.
and if you have an energy and the money, you're going to seal.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's still very straightforward steps as to, you know, as it's always been. It's just the technology has come along.
In between there, like, you know, I have a car where it has some scratches along the, I don't know what, somebody did something, but there's some scratches down to the base coat.
Mm-hmm, and primer and that.
What, I mean, when you see that first, you address that first, or how do you?
No, actually I usually polish first. However, I do address it before I wax. Because, you know, once again, you get into paint adhesion issues
Yeah, if
and all
you have
that.
wax there, it's
But-
not gonna.
Yeah, but the polishing, especially on these old lacquers and stuff, it won't hurt it any. In fact, it's really weird. If you do a lacquer paint job, you polish all the paint around your repair area first.
Yeah,
And what that does is open it up to take the solvent so that it blends better. So if you get somebody that does a lacquer paint job for you, they're good at what they do. That's what they're going to do to get it to really burn in and blend and avoid things like that.
In my case, I'm thinking about it, it's a 53, but it's actually got a modern paint job on it, so it's kind of like a metallic.
Yeah.
You know, you have to just go out and try to find them.
Yeah, you'll have to go out and try to find a match. In your goodie bags, I added little paint daubers in there for you. You can buy them on Amazon. You get like a pack of them for $100 or whatever, or they're maybe $20. I mean, they're cheap. And but they absorb paint really well, but they don't drip real bad either. Another option is sometimes I lay paint touch-ups in with a paint tip because I have more control because it doesn't absorb the paint. So that's, you know, if you're really talented and patient, you can you can do something like that too.
Paper match.
Yes. Yep. That's another good one. Yep.
What did you say?
Paper
The old
match.
school matches, you pull the match off, where it breaks, it's a little fuzzy, or you can make it a little fuzzy, and you can just.
If you do have, like, let's say something in your engine bay, that just maybe reminded me of something else. If you have something in your engine bay, you just, you know, like a part or something, you rattled on or whatever, but you want to protect everything else, tin foil is great. It's cheap. It molds around everything. We have mass so many steering columns in the paint shops with tin foil because it was more effective than trying to paper or plastic. Way easier. So sometimes it's not always the expensive route, you know. Once again, you've got to apply the common sense to
So
it.
would you then go back after you've done that and polish that area again, or what would you?
No, I'd probably leave it alone
Leave it alone?
because you'll pull all the paint right back out of it, especially if it's really shallow.
Yeah.
I usually just leave it alone and then I'll wax over
Okay.
it so it's sealed.
And how do you make sure it doesn't like, kind of, like bubble up a little bit, or is it just a matter of? Yeah.
So get a good wax and grease remover,
Mhm.
or for the old school people, that's glorified watered down mineral spirits.
Okay.
Because that's all it is. It's diluted and VOC, stripped and all of that, and it's safe for all the paints. You can usually go to an auto parts and get it too, But that's usually what I clean it with. Just it'll get any other dirt out of it, all of that. If I want to smooth it out, maybe I'll sand it. But the biggest thing with these, to avoid stuff like this is I really do try to avoid wet sanding anything before I polish. Because all it does is cut your paint flat. It's really not going to help it shine that much more. And all you're doing is you're taking a layer off harder than even using a machine, even though this seems harsher.
Mhm.
So don't waste your elbow grease.
Right, I'm with you.
Save it
Thank
for
you.
this.
Yeah.
So I'll do a small spot on the black here because it'll probably show up better and won't take as long as this guy here. But you'll get an idea of what level this machine will bring it to, so that when you finish out with a DA polisher with a
Yeah.
finer
So
compound over there.
what exactly were you using on there?
So this one I've got this Mizuno 2500. It's just a medium cut polish.
And
Excuse, when you say polish, are you talking about rubbing compound?
Yes. However, keep in mind that there's different levels of all those rubbing compounds, and sometimes if they're labeled rubbing compound versus polish, depending on the brand, the more aggressive they're going to be. So.
Can you pass that one around?
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
Or when you say aggressive,
It's got more grit in it. It's got more silica in it. Sand. It's actually got silica particles in it.
and why would you even put that on something if you're trying to make the paint?
Because it's going to pull that oxidation out of it. It's not working down in. It's acting like the clay bar, and it's grabbing it.
Oh, okay.
That next layer down. That the clay bar would do. And it's going to put kind of that hard shell back on it before you wax. That makes sense.
You talk about a DA, what is it?
So a DA, okay, so this is an orbital polisher. It spins one way, okay? There's DA polishers out there that are called dual action, and what they do is they random orbit. They're soft, they're gentler. They're more for fine swirls and everything. This is going to bring up your shine. The polisher is going to take that swirl out because of its random action, and it's going to and it's going to be gentler. On something this oxidized, yes. On this here, if I had the other machine, nah. If you've got some little bit of little bit of slick and a little bit of shine to it, start with the other one first. If it's not cutting it, then come back to the hose. But something on this, yeah, I'd go directly.
That bottle says a medium cut, could you liken that to a number 1,000 or 2,000 sandpaper?
I would say that one's 3,000.
That's fine.
2,500 maybe?
It's just it's their marketing designation. It really has nothing to do with the bread. I thought that originally, and I did my research and
I mean, in terms of cutting speed.
Elaborate. I'm sorry, I'm not following.
2,000 sandpaper, gonna cut at a certain rate.
Right. So I mean, so like, let's say that's a 3,000 grit, equivalent to sandpaper. It's still not going to cut as fast and hard as a piece of sandpaper on a block, because this wool is going to keep it cooler as it spins, and it's not going to put as much pressure, unless you really bear down on this machine and make the motor cry.
I have like a separate washing machine for cleaning
Microfibers.
and rags and car any car washing, so it's not usually, my wife's fine. So, I mean, how do you recommend washing this stuff when you're done a day's work?
So I always double rinse them, because the high efficiency, if you have a high efficiency washer, well, this is my assumption, the high efficiency washers, they're great in energy saving, but they don't always get everything rinsed the first time. I'll come to a car and I'll have a lot of residue left. So I always run them through an extra rinse cycle. As far as what I wash them with, I do have a Chemical Guys, citrus microfiber wash, which is good for the heavy metal polishes and stuff, because it really, breaks down the gunk and grime. And some of the waxes that really get built up in the rags. But I've mainly used OxyClean, whether it's in liquid form, whether it's in